Welcome back everyone, I'm the Depressed Eeyore, and this is Touhou Genso Wanderer Reloaded, doing the DLC content as Sakuya, and this troublemaker Reimu. So, looking over some of the footage, there was a few options I could have tried doing that might have got me out of it. I had a swap talisman, and there was at least one non-Yuka enemy I could have thrown it at. I don't know if the bind would if the bind would prevent the swap or not, but it would have bought me a little extra time to try to break the bind. But if it didn't break, I would have just died anyway. And even if I did break the bind, I would have definitely lost Reimu. And those two Yukas would chase me to the end of the earth. So yeah, pretty rough. Now there's a few things I was gonna do. We got baby shrooms, which we don't want to hold on to. So let's deposit these. And then we're actually going to withdraw some stuff. Also, I could have done Return of Hakurei, and that would have at least kept my money if I had done that. Yeah, I want to go ahead and take sorry, can I take multiple? It will not. Okay, withdraw that. Oh, I see. They actually have them numbered. It's not just a list like in the usual inventory. This is the one that changes things into red bean cakes. Yeah, we'll go ahead and withdraw that as well. Is there anything else I would like to play around with? I honestly don't really care about keeping a lot of these. I'm gonna withdraw a few more of these. Those. I don't need to worry about antidotes. There we go. Nito Fusion. So I'm gonna go ahead and dismantle some of this junk. I'm gonna go ahead and get rid of all these talismans. The rest of it's fine, I think. That should keep us good. Obviously our inventory's gonna fill up like crazy, but that's fine. Yes! Can I just take no partner? Let's take Reimu. I mean, Reimu does do a lot of good damage by spamming that fantasy seal, but when she started spamming it while freaking Yuko was around, it was a problem. Alright. Why do you start with Vampire? Oh, after moving floors you'll be given the Vampire effect. I see. And there's multi-level. Okay. Interesting. This is small appetite. Okay. Small bells. Tool that makes a sound. There's a small bell inside it, and you can make a ringing noise by shaking it. And it gives me Tsukogami barrier. Alright, well, I'm gonna go ahead and fusion it. Don't really need Tsukogami stuff, that's fine. Yeah. So we're gonna do pretty well now because I got the carrier gear over, so it's not the end of the world. Longevity prevents power from decreasing except by blah blah blah. Okay. Oh, we didn't actually start out with a tart this time. Maybe because we, are taking something. We took stuff with us now. Which isn't the end of the world. Coral ornaments. Great amulet. It has no effect and it's merely a vessel. By stacking seals, it will prove to be your very unlucky charm. Right. That I think I might play around with. So if we fuse this Hakure amulet with, I don't know, this Horoi ball, you'll get small appetite on it. And then if we fuse this Hakure amulet with this longevity, you'll get antibody, which prevents power from decreasing, except from vampire. And then we'll equip it, which will increase my attack power and my defense power, so this thing's pretty amazing. It also has some Yokai Slayer stuff on it, but unfortunately none of that's going to match what we have equipped. What I do like about the fact that we've been doing these side content is it kind of forces me to use other weapons and kind of see how they evolve and add new resonance and abilities. Because obviously when we start going through, you know, the actual tough content, we are going to need to do a lot of this stuff. Oh, also, one thing I was going to check here was actually this. I can actually look up everyone's Danmaku here. So this is how you're actually supposed to look it up. So this is the pause menu, by the way. I don't really look at this very often. But yeah, I can take a look at all the bestiaries. Fortunately, they don't seem to be in any sort of order. You can take a look at the various ranks. Or at least the ranks you've encountered so far. You can actually see their abilities. That's kind of nice. There's one in particular I wish to look up. I like how the bird comes in from off-screen. I don't think I actually have Yuka in here because you have to beat Yuka. And the top right shows what ranks you've defeated, which is kind of nice too. Some of them I've gotten to rank 4. You of course got the characters. Kinda wish I noticed this sooner, because then I could just, you know, read it. I might read it later. Not right now, though. We've got some traps that actually tells us what they do. We've got terrain types. So I know what they do. Flower. Carity mine. When you step on this train, it will explode and damage you, even if damage you if even one of the following conditions are met. You have a harmful effect on you. You have low health. You are an human, animal, yokai, or oni species. You have the purified effect. Okay. Stepping on this will curse some of your items. Okay. Drunk reduces your accuracy. Innate muscle fatigue. Muscle fatigue causes your power to drop to 1. Okay. Double speed and feeble. Reduces your HP and tummy by 1 point per turn, so it's like a poison effect. Causes you to become invisible and enemies won't attack you. This effect doesn't... Well, I did try using invisibility and it didn't seem to work. Decoy, only enemies can have this on them. Okay, so if you use decoy on someone else, they become the decoy and they become a target. Okay. Causes your max HP to be halved. Alright. So yeah, there's a bunch of these, as you can tell. Death Curse inflicts a death curse on you after a certain number of turns. If an enemy inflicts this on you, it can be removed by defeating them before the timer runs out. You can remove it. Okay, so that's how Death Curse works. It's a good thing we can know some of these. 3-step finisher. Feeling good, feeling bad. Okay. Anyway, so for Damakus, we do have... So yeah, you can actually look up what memory does. Futo, Reimu, Sakuya. Okay, Sakuya's world stops time for the whole floor, allowing only Sakuya to move. Time will be stopped for 4 of Sakuya's turns. From the 5th turn onward, she will consume 2 power per turn, 4 on boss floors. You can resume time on your own, but the following actions will also do it. Moving floors, running out of a power, being inflicted with power steals, insane, sleep, hibernate, or bound. The details of stop time are as follow. P will not recover naturally. This continues for 20 turns after the Sakuya world ends, so that's actually pretty rough too. Turns will not pass, so natural recovering stuff won't occur. Traps will not trigger. And terrain effects are ignored. Okay, so that is a powerful... Okay, so that's how Sakuya worlds works. Okay. Anyway, sorry for being a little distracted there. I just was curious on where to find that information, because that's what bothered me. I was like, I can't find any of this information. But I very rarely look at this menu here, which is, I guess, unfortunate. I mean, at best, I usually look at the backlog. Oh, we're here now. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and just place this. This increases Naito fusion points. Huh. Alright. Suck gap, no. Increases gap capacity. Power boost. Guard boost. I will happily take a, I'll take a power boost. Okay, that's a regular evil ribbon, so I'm just gonna place that on the floor and sell it. Actually, deterioration resistance? I don't have that yet, so yeah, let's use that. Yeah, I want deterioration resistance, so I don't have to worry about being debuffed to oblivion. Alright. Anything else? I did buy this card, so I'll go ahead and use it on the Mithril Knife. Okay. Okay. Anything else I would actually want to sell? Maybe the Glutton Gap, I might actually sell that. In fact, I probably should have done that instead of using Nito points. Yeah, you know what? We'll sell the Glutton Gap for now, so we'll place that. And then buy that. There we go. Okay, use that on our half phantom. +3, that's actually really good. Pretty much eating up all my points here, but that's okay. We need to get ourselves as tanky as possible.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm actually doing a lot more, well, one, I haven't found the next floor yet, but I'm doing a lot more exploration, simply because I have plenty of food now. And these things aren't really a big threat. Nito points would be nice, or I can increase my gap capacity. I mean, it's pretty much a given that I'm going to be getting what I need from the gap, as far as gaps are concerned. Or as far as Nito points are concerned. So you know what? We'll pick that up and buy it. And then use it on our preserve gap. Okay. Sheesh. Thank you for giving me super strong, I guess. Alright, next floor. And we got a preserve gap on top of that. Father? Question mark? Basket attached to Nazarin's tail. Is the mouse within it Nazarin's father? It sure looks like it could use some company. Has animal barrier on it. Nito fusion. Alright, there's next floor. So yeah, I'm actually gonna go through the floors here. Guard boost. Okay, enhanced. A dustpan. Foxtail plus 4. A foxtail, it feels nice. This does Animal Slayer. Alright, I'm gonna dismantle the dustpan.
Yeah.
Okay, slumber. Surprise! Oh, that's overkill. Alright. I'm actually going to take this loquat and just put it in the red bean cake thing. Because it's not really worth much by itself. And I'm also going to go ahead and do that for the water. Put that in here too. Get in there. Alright. Go ahead and drink this Dokutami tea, I think. Thank you. Little bamboo. Alright, next floor. Strawberry tart. Speaking of, let's store our food.
Yeah. Huh. Yeah.
Glutton trap. Or gap, rather. Alright, well, I have money again. Not really much to buy, though. Green tea, Choco Edge, one of the 6 swords preferred by the self-titled Champion of Justice, Cerno, a soldier of a certain former company. You can summon it anywhere. You can eat it, apparently. And it does extra damage. A lot of extra damage, in fact. Miracle. Using a medicine spell card. Okay, that'll break things, though. And that will also break things, so no. But I can at least sell this while I'm here. Thank you. And let's go ahead and do fusion. Mithril knife plus foxtail. And do extra damage against animals as well as increase our damage by 4.
また来てくれよ。ようこそ短座部屋へ。また来てくれよ。私の本気見せてあげるわ。はっ。はっ。やっはっ
Ribbon as red as blood. You can faintly feel the touch of fate when you wear it. There's garlic on it. Alright, I don't really care about the experience. As much as I like having my weapons level up faster, it's not really a necessary thing. Is that a dustpan level 4? Holy crap. Maybe I should have bought the Nito point things. And a guard boost? Alright. Doing better than expected. Alright, next floor.
Itadakimasu. Hora. Ya! この程度。遅い。
Okay. Take this and combine it with that. How are we on this? It's gonna be capped at 27. So yeah, we're getting there. Getting there rather quickly. Seal sucker gap. Rather probably dismantle that if I can. Red bean cake. Insert that into the red bean cake gap. Thank you.
捕らえた。食らいなさい。ちやっ。
Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and dismantle some of this. I don't use seal suckers. I'm just seeing if there's anything else I could play around with here. Normal attack will have a chance to make foes drop food. Oh, well that's not gonna help. It doesn't work if they're defeated either. Has a chance of doing sleep. Get confusion. Add confuse barrier. Nah, that's alright. Okay. That's pretty much everything here, so yep, let's go. Next floor.
この程度。
Spiritual health. Insane resistance gives you resistance to insane. Okay, don't care about that. We'll dismantle it. And then I will fuse it. We'll do half phantom with the dustpan. Let's leave her alone for now. Okay, waiting for her to calm down. Okay, wall break is good. Well, it can be good. If we get a floor with Yukas again, it's not going to be so safe. Our medicine. I think we already have additional damage up. We do. Yeah, I'll go ahead and drink it.
飲まずにはいられないわね。
I have power 9. Okay. Yeah, I know, I'm starving. Not a big deal.
Yeah.
Alright, next floor.
Yeah.
Eco Orb. Alright, we'll use that to level up our knife. Or the half phantom. We'll do the half phantom actually. Alright, only gave 500. Souvenir wooden sword. This thing has superhuman slayer on it. So I'll tell you what, we'll put this in the glutton gap. Ow. Alright, we're starving. So we'll eat,
なるほど。悪くはないわね。
there we go. Oh no, you stole it! Well,
くらいなさい。遅い。私の本気見せてあげるわ。
that worked, I guess. Okay, let's do some fusions. Guard boost, okay.
ここでこの札を切らせ
Alright,
てもらう。
that is capped out at plus 28 right now. Ow. Alright, looks like Yiko leveled up. Preserve gap. Speaking of, we have tons of this. We will put, put that in our preserve gap. That should hold us over for a bit. Well, they're dead. Oh no, trap trap.
Yeah. Ha. くらいなさい。は。
No.
私の本気見せてあげるわ。
Alright. Next floor.
早い。や。
Junko.
Ha.
I'm purified. Okay, that's something, I guess. Let's take a look at our characters. So, okay, so we can only look at characters we've spoken to, like as like part of dialogue. Looks like. There's some dialogue for here too. Fortunately, these things are not really in any sort of order. So Junko. Oh, he even tells the species. She's a god legacy of the Lunatic Kingdom, a pure grudge that attacked the lunar capital. Describes herself as a sagacious spirit. After using Palm of Pure Light to give the purified state to nearby enemies and allies, she'll use Refinement of Earth Impurity to inflict damage depending on the number of beneficial status on the target. Also, she will use Overflowing Blemishes to inflict damage based on the amount of HP lost. Good to know. Suck gap that I don't want. Also got a silver knife.
トライ。はっ。
38 damage. Sure, I'll do it as we go along, I say. So we ran into Yomu, a half-human, half-phantom who is a swordsman, instructor / gardener. She specializes in double attacks with her 2 swords, Hakuroken and Rokanken. The first strike pierces the opponent's defenses, and the second strike can sometimes nullify all status effects. When defeated, a half-phantom appears. Half-phantom, a part of Yomu who is half-human, half-phantom. When a Yomu type is defeated, this appears. It doesn't have hostile behavior, and it possesses enemies that get near it and ranks them up. It has low HP. And then we had over here... Okay, it's in order by the Touhou games, it looks like. So Kagero, a werewolf girl who turns into a wolf during a full moon. She performs an unpredictable charge attack called Rogaru Cannon. As her rank goes up, her range increases. Oh, it even says what game they came from, so this is a double dealing character. While, of course, Yomu is from Perfect Cherry Blossom. So I'll read up on them as we go along. Glutton Gap. Okay, that's good. Scar Soul. One of Sakuya Izoi's spell cards deals lots of damage to adjacent enemies and gives Enhance to allies for 6 turns. Slowed Slayer, Bound Slayer. Greatly enhances the Bound Slayer seal. Which I don't have. Attack increase boost. Deals more damage to enemies with the slowed effect. So, unfortunately I don't really... Well, actually, Sakuya does do Bind, but it's not something I like to rely on, since the enemies that are tough generally seem to be immune to status effects, like Yuka.
Yeah.
Alright. There's Letty. Body Man of the Scarlet Devil. By the way, the Body Man of the Scarlet Devil is Touhou 5, I believe, and then everything below 5 is from the PC 98 games. Or was it Touhou 6? I don't remember. A yokai who appears during the winter. Due to cold waves, she slows all characters in the room except Cerno and Letty types. The cold wave also freezes the environment, however she's weak against spring and melts. That's a Kasume. There we go. A Tsurobi Otoshi yokai who lives in caves or wells. She's in a different bucket depending on her rank. She doesn't have any abilities and only uses normal attacks. And then Sende Kasume, who that was created when Kasume's love, anger, and sadness reached her limits. When she reaches her final form, Heavenly Demon Creator God Kasume, she gains resistance to level decrease and heals most status effects in one turn. Her strength is beyond imagination. That's impressive. What's this got? Phantom Slayer? Yeah, we'll put this in the Glutton Gap here, and then throw it. So I can get some Slayer stuff on here. Do I want Phantom or Superhuman? I think I want Phantom. Okay, and we do have enough. Oh, we don't have enough for fusion yet. Is there anything I dismantle? Plenty, but not anything I wish to do it to. Alright. Marissa in all Touhou project works. I don't think that's... Well, actually, I guess Touhou project, the company. I guess that makes sense. Anyway, Waka Sahagehime, a mermaid who lives in Misty Lake. She is weakened and softened when away from water. But when she's near water, she is super strong and regenerates. She creates puddles with guns or multi-waves. Also, she is Yu Yuko's prey. And that's... I guess that's a fun little thing about her being, you know, treated as seafood, essentially. Hello, Aya.
Yeah.
Sorry for doing all these pauses, but I do wish to actually give some accurate information since I kind of fumbled with it, you know, many videos ago. Ikro Tengu, a newspaper journalist who lives on Yokai Mountain. She moves at double speed and attacks twice. Also, she causes violent winds that blow allies and enemies forward. When her rank is high, she blows you away, ignoring the paperweight seal. Oh, that's actually pretty crazy. And have we spoken to her? No, surprisingly. I mean, I think we've talked to her, but nothing that significant. Okay, you need to stop. You stop popping me, please. Okay. Obviously, there was Yu Yuko in there, so a ghost princess who manages Haku Gyokoro in the Netherworld. She moves around aimlessly and takes food out of your hand. When she gets full from the food she stole, she falls asleep. When her rank is high, she removes your anti-theft seals and drops them on the ground before stealing your food. Also, she uses one-hit kill spells sometimes. Grants a chance of preventing equipment from being forcibly removed. That's actually pretty useful. Alright, I think that's everything on this floor. Next floor. Alright. A magician who has a house in the Forest of Magic and uses dolls. She unleashes Alice dolls that are the same rank as herself. The number of dolls depends on her rank. Also, she sometimes summons a doll when she is attacked. A doll that Alice summons, when it receives an attack, it summons a lower ranked Alice doll. Kaguya. A former princess, she's classified as superhuman. A former princess of the Lunarians who now lives in Entei. She makes the players suffer by giving them one of the 5 difficult problems. Also, since I'm playing as Sakuya, she's classified as human. The head maid of the Scarlet Devil Mansion. When the player encounters enemies, she appears from behind and throws a knife that will appear a few turns later. As her rank goes up, her movement speed increases, and ultimately she moves at triple speed.
Yeah.
Alright. Well, let's go ahead and Futo's back here, I think. There she is. A Shikasen of the Mononobe noble family. She is a trusted follower of Miko, and she controls Feng Shui and creates various special landscapes. And while we're here, let's do some characters. The main character of this title, she is the Shrine Maiden of the Hakurei Shrine, which is located between Kitsukiya and the outside world. And she possesses good fortune. She is straightforward and very sharp. Being without teeth for long enough causes her pain. She attracts humans and yokai and has a very mystical aura. She treats everyone equally, but she doesn't show any mercy to those who interrupt her work. She hates training, and she doesn't have any aspiration. She doesn't believe that hard work pays off, and she doesn't like having to do her best at anything. Well, we might run into Rendazuki later. A perfect and elegant maid who has sworn complete loyalty to Vermilia from the bottom of her heart. That was misspelled. She works as the head maid of the Scarlet Devil Mansion. She is often busy attending to her lady, cooking, giving orders to the fairy maids, and cleaning. She has the ability to control time and is very intelligent and skilled. While she doesn't have any particular weakness, it seems she has trouble eating food that's too hot. Her favorite weapons are her silver throwing knives because of her great knife skills. She can use them for cooking just as well as she can use them for throwing. A daughter of the Mononobe clan from the Asuka era, she became a shikasen by falsely dying and letting go of her body. But it's unknown whether she completely became a shikasen, and to be exact, she's a monk who claims to be a shikasen. Her ability is to manipulate feng shui, and she's a hard worker who dreams of becoming a first-class sage. She's very straightforward, but she overthinks things and easily gets mixed up. She's very aggressive to yokai and often gets into pointless arguments. Sage who lives in the mansion of Yokai Mountain, her sage name is Kasen Ibara. Since she lost her right arm, it's covered with bandages with a smoke-like substance inside. She is very serious and tends to lecture others. She once made Reimu go through difficult training, which traumatized her. Now she can't refuse Reimu. Her ability is to guide animals, and she makes Raijus, great eagles, tigers, and dragons work for her. Alright, and just for the last thing, Kazan Ibaraki, who is giving Reimu her final exam. She uses powerful special attacks like Dragon Talisman, Dragon Growl. She also has the ability to guide animals, so many animals support her. Okay. Actually. And she debuts in Wild and Horn Hermit, which I think is a comic. I don't remember. Anyway. I'm going to go ahead and call this a video. I am the Depressed Eeyore, and this was Touhou Genso Wanderer Reloaded. See you guys in a bit.